to do the Q&A with us, Al? So for starters, you guys asked a lot of really good questions. So we might end up having to make this into a 2-part video, so that we can get all of the good ones in there, because I don't know if any of you feel like watching a half-hour long video. So we might just make it into 2 videos. This one, can Sabia do something on her own?
Sabia already does a lot on her own.
Yeah, I saw a lot of questions asking if I'm ever to go out, if I'm, if we ever get like our own alone time. 80% of the day I spend in a different room. Technically, I can't leave Loren alone, because I am his 24-hour caregiver, but I can close the door and go sit in the living room and act like he doesn't exist. And he can sit in the bedroom and act like I don't exist. So we definitely get alone time. We get our own time. Before quarantine, he'd have friends over. They'd chill in the bedroom with him. I'd have friends over. We'd chill in the living room. We get plenty of our own time with friends.
We're not like on each other's hip 24/7.
Does Loren's parents live close by?
My parents live in town, yes.
How are you controlling your pain, and what do you do to settle it down if you do have pain?
I have multiple tools in my toolbox that I use to help with the phantom pain. There's either a deep breathing exercise, which you can either do 6 to 10 times in and out. Stretching in my spine takes pressure off the nerves in the back of my spine and makes them less jumpy. Medical marijuana, my narcotics. Also having like, where is it? Like hand grips, like this. Like something to constantly squeeze. You can have something to squeeze and not your teeth. Then you'll be fine.
What are your hopes and dreams for the future?
My hopes and dreams for the future. Well, I didn't really do much rehab, so I didn't set down any goals for my future. I didn't have any goals for my future other than provide for a good one for us.
I mean, you have goals. You want to try real estate. We want to travel a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have to be big, like conquer the world.
Yeah, it's just I don't have any definite goals. Like.
Yeah. This person goes, I have a question. Does Loren ever get embarrassed when you tell his pee stories? Because in the last video I was talking about how your nephrostomy was leaking. Do you ever get embarrassed when I talk about your accidents?
No, I don't get embarrassed at all because it's never my fault that they're leaking. It's always somebody else's fault.
Okay, but the last time they were leaking wasn't my fault, wasn't your fault. It was because it was a bad batch.
Okay.
What's one thing that annoys you the most about each other?
What's most annoying about you? Trying to do anything in the mornings before 10 o'clock.
I suck at waking up.
What about you?
Elbow, what are you doing, baby? What? What? What?
Oh.
It's probably when like I explain something and you're only half-heartedly listening because you're like playing your game or watching a TV show or something, and then you like ask me to repeat myself. Yeah, you're like, wait, what? And then I have to repeat myself, and then I'm lucky if even then you were listening to me. That was a perfect example. What are you doing to get through isolation and stay connected to family and friends? Lots of FaceTime, phone calls, and like I Snapchat my friends and stuff. And Loren plays video games with his friends, so we still get the social aspect. Do you feel dehumanized by a lot of your online existence being mostly centered around your disability rather than your hobbies or whatever you like to do? I feel like it's not. Is it?
Dehumanizing?
No, like most of your online existence around your disability rather than your hobbies. Like it's around everything,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
And the main focal point is my injury, but
Well, yeah.
I don't feel dehumanized. I don't know. Do you feel dehumanized?
Well, I'm not the one with the.
Well, yeah, but
I mean, I don't see it as dehumanizing because essentially everything we put out there, like, we agree to put out there. So it's not like stuff's putting out about you that you don't want there, you know? So, like, yeah. Do you work or stay at home? I work at home. I am Loren's 24-hour caregiver, so taking care of him is my job.
Right. Which I'm perfectly fine with. I mean, sure, everyone would be fine with that job.
In the future, what are your plans for your lives? Is Sabia going to work? Will you get someone to take care of Loren when you are not around?
I'm not helpless. I mean, I can take care of myself.
How it works is right now I'm his 24-hour caregiver, but eventually there will be a point where I will only be his like 8-hour-a-day caregiver to essentially where I can leave if I want to and Loren can be by himself. He's basically already at that point, but for safety reasons and stuff, they are still having me as his 24-hour caregiver. But at any time that could change. Loren is completely capable of being by himself. I mean, he'll be by himself in the bedroom for however long that I'm in the living room. So I feel like that answers all three of those questions that were in that comment. What are both of your favorite video games / types of games?
Call of Duty. That's like...
Yeah, the main game you play. How has it been coming to terms with everything?
Great. I mean, definitely a lot farther than I thought we would be already.
Yeah. I definitely feel like we made the transition a lot easier than even we expected to. It's just kind of become life now. I mean, obviously we have bad days, but...
Can't focus on what you can't have. Right?
What was the hardest thing to accept that you wouldn't be able to do anymore because of your amputations?
Just everything by myself in general. Just being able to walk out to the car and grab something out of the car and walk back inside. That meant more to me than anything in the world because I was so independent before the accident. And I'm still independent now, somewhat.
You're as independent as you're capable of being in the moment,
In the future, though, I'll be in an exoskeleton walking around.
We have
again.
a lot of really good ideas for the future for him gaining as much independence as possible. So, we're really excited for some of those to play out. Somebody asked how you play Xbox. I don't think they saw the video with your controller.
We have one of our first videos that shows the controller. It's a left-hand controller. The joystick's on the bottom of it. So I'll hold it in my left hand and then also rest it on my arm so I can do the movements with the joystick on the bottom on top of my arm. And then the view is with that joystick up top. And that, I don't know, I use...
It's complex.
Just every single finger has to do something.
Is your phantom pain consistent throughout the day or more at night?
Definitely more at night, or if I close my eyes and try to rest in general. Yeah, it can be constant, it cannot be, just every day is a new day.
Yeah.
Every day is a new battle. Haven't won the war yet. I've seen a lot of questions of how am I gonna work out and maintain weight. My metabolism is pretty good, so naturally I maintain pretty well. But I do have arm workouts and
He's got
stuff.
weights, he does lifts on his trapeze bar, he does stretches,
Do
planks. He works out every day, so he still has the ability to work out. I think that was the main part people were wondering was like, can he work out? But yes.
Yeah.
How do you deal with people staring in public?
People don't really stare, I've noticed.
Yeah. And I mean, we're in such like a smaller community. Like our city is probably about the size of a block in like Chicago, for example. So, you know, people don't really stare. In fact, we had one person stop us one time when we were at Walmart because he recognized us from YouTube. And, but other than that, like, if people stare, we don't see it. So, we don't really have to deal with that as much. In Chicago, when we were in Chicago, I noticed a couple more stares than we're used to, but they weren't, you know, in like a rude way. They were the same stare you'd give like someone, you know, I don't know how to explain it, but it wasn't in a way that made us uncomfortable.
It's like a grandma walking across the street. You just stare and wait for her.
Sabia, where did you work if you did? I was a bank teller, but I was about to get back into school to pursue nursing. And Loren was even really on my ass about pursuing nursing because that's something I've always wanted to do since I was a kid. So I mean, I guess I kind of got there because as his caregiver, I know a lot, at least about his care. In the future, we're thinking of me going back to school and getting that degree and getting into nursing school and stuff, but it all depends on where our lives go, where his condition is at the time, because that would mean a lot of time away from him. And part of the reason why I am his caregiver instead of working a normal 9-to-5 job away is because we don't want to take advantage of any extra time we've been given. Because we still, you know, he could live 50 years, he could live 5. We don't know. We shoot for 50, but we don't want to lose that time. We don't want me to lose 40 hours a week with him. So nursing has always been a thing for me, but it all depends on where our lives are at. And right now, being his caregiver is good enough for me because I'm still learning a lot about certain aspects of what I would learn in nursing school.
Of
obviously,
the health system itself.
Yeah. Obviously, I don't know even the tiniest portion of what I will know when I go to nursing school, but I know enough for me to feel like I'm doing okay right now. If that makes sense. I ramble sometimes when I explain things. How old are you two? I see this question a lot. I'm 21.
I'm 18.
And Loren's 18. About 2.5 year age difference. Sabia, have you received any cookbooks, or what are the ones you'd like to have? We did receive 3 cookbooks from one of you, and they're great. I love them. One of them is Cooking for Two, I believe it's called. And so everything, the portions of the end meal is for 2 people. I got one for some really good slow cooker recipes, a slow cooker recipe book, and then the other one was a simple one where it's only like 5 ingredients in the entire recipe. So those have been really great books for me starting to learn how to cook. Hi, buddy.
No.
Are you coming to me?
Yeah.
Hi, sweet boy. Hi. Once out of quarantine, would you guys like to travel internationally? Like
yes.
Europe? We want to travel a lot.
A lot. I want to see the whole world.
Have we seen any challenges? Have we faced any challenges since your injury that we didn't expect to face?
With the health system, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a little difficult,
getting our meds
and it's just
and
because,
supplies. And...
yeah, it's not really on anyone. It's just such a new learning thing. But definitely, I mean, starting to get hang of it, but meds and supplies, the first and second time we redid those was definitely a little bit of a roller coaster.
Yes.
But we're starting to, we just order them way ahead of time, and give lots of leeway time for stuff to go wrong so that it can be figured out before we run out. When you shower, what happens to the bandages?
We have to put this stuff called AquaGuard over the top of my bandages, and it works, but it sometimes comes off and leaks in, and it's not the best material, but it works.
It works enough.
But when we were able to shower at Shirley Ryan, we just waited for bandage change days. And then we took a shower. That way we didn't have to worry about it.
What has been the hardest part of day-to-day life after the accident? Getting up early for 6 o'clock meds. I hate getting up early. I have always been awful at it. And getting up early for his meds is a roller coaster for me.
For her, hardest part for me is not being able to get up in the morning. Because I wake up at 5, 6, which is how my body naturally woke up before the accident.
It's always been an early bird.
But now... And since I need Sabia's help so much to get in the bucket and grab the wheelchair from the living room and stuff like that, I can't get up from 5 to 10 in the morning. So it's 5 hours of laying in bed, just sitting on my phone.
Though some days I do wake up by 8 and get him up, so I'm not completely awful.
Yeah.
Oh, a bunch of people are asking about your ring.
It's just a ring for fashion. I don't know. I just like jewelry and stuff.
We didn't secretly get married.
No, won't get married in the future though. Probably sooner than later.
Yeah. Someone asked if you're self-conscious going out in public now.
No, not at all. The only time I'm self-conscious going out in public is when I don't have a shirt on and my colostomy is hanging out on my bucket and there's just, all you can see is just poop hanging out.
Yeah, but it's rare that we're out in public without a shirt on.
Yeah.
Sometimes, if it's cold outside, we'll just put a sweatshirt on him and then we'll go in somewhere. I think the only time we were out in public where you had to take your sweatshirt off was when we went to get the oil change in the car. And it was really hot in the building, and he was wearing just a sweatshirt, so we had to take it off because he was feeling sick because he was so hot. But then we just put my bag in front of his ostomy, and it was covered up, so.
Yeah, that's probably the most embarrassing part of going out in public. I don't care about missing my legs and my arm.
And just the poopy bag hanging from your body.
Yeah.
Do you guys argue a lot more since the accident happened? No.
Probably argue less.
Yeah, I was gonna say we probably argue about the same, if not less.
I think less, because we're more understanding now.
True.
We've never really fought a lot, though.
No, we argue like normal couples. We bicker and fight, and then we talk about it, and we get past it. A lot of people are asking about our dreams and stuff for the future, like if we want to work again or go to college, which we kind of answered that, I guess.
It's hard to have dreams when you're not sure what you even wanted to do before.
Yeah, one thing about it is we are still young, So even before this accident, we didn't really know what we wanted to do or where we wanted to go, and we're still kind of in that spot. You know, we have
Right.
things we want to try and see how they work, but we don't have any set, like, dreams, you know? Someone asked, have you tried CBD gummies and candies?
Yes, I don't notice a difference, but I think they help. But it's just hard to notice a body change with them.
Pre-coronavirus, were you getting a lot of support and interactions with friends now that you're back home?
Oh yeah, we have people over every day.
They also asked, what's a question you wish people would stop asking or stop commenting about?
Our sex life, because that's really nobody's business other than our own.
Yeah.
Like, it's like if I were to walk up to a guy and be like, "Hey, whip it out. Let me see how long it is." It's like,
It's a little too personal. I know we try to be as personal with you guys as possible, but some things we just don't need to put out there. And that is a question that I have probably seen more than any other question out there, is asking us about our intimacy and sex life, and it's just never going to be answered. That's something between us.
I'll say one thing though. If you think like that we can't have intimacy or a sex life anymore because of what happened to me, then do you even truly know what true love is?
We're still intimate, but we're not ever going to go into detail about that because that is personal. And
we have family too.
Yeah, we have family who watch this. We have little kids who watch this. And it's just something we'd rather keep between us, you know? A lot of our lives right now is shared amongst thousands of people, which we love and we're fine with, but that aspect of it we would rather keep behind closed doors. Somebody asked if you could describe how your pain, what phantom pain feels like.
Feels like I still have a set of hips down there, and like my left leg is like super short, and the pain that I constantly feel there is like my left foot being downwards and then being crunched in like that. And then with my right leg, it's usually the inside of the thigh will feel like it's like twitching or like breaking in constantly, and just have to use tools in the toolbox to get rid of them.
This one asks, Loren, do you have any dietary restrictions?
No.
What about alcohol?
We don't know if I can drink alcohol yet.
Yeah, we're waiting to see where he's at when he turns 21. Do you find yourself experiencing any symptoms of PTSD?
No.
And then they also asked me, and I think it's weird that Loren doesn't have PTSD and I do. If we're watching like a TV show or something and somebody gets in like a scary situation, a lot of times I'll just break down. And sometimes, yeah, Albel? And sometimes something will happen where I don't know, I'll just randomly break down sometimes because something will remind me of when I was going to lose him. So I mean, I haven't been diagnosed with it, but I do believe I have shown signs of PTSD. They also asked what I do to take care of myself. I sleep a lot. I make sure Loren and I both get individual time.
And 3 meals a day.
We eat 3 meals a day, especially lately, always home cooked. Spend lots of time with family and friends before quarantine, and now that we're quarantined, we, you know, my parents call us at least once a day. We're always talking to friends on whether it's Xbox or phones, and lots of snuggle time with the kitties. I don't know if you guys can see Ace right now, but he is snuggled. Elbow! Hi, baby! And here's the other baby. A lot of you guys are asking, like, if we need anything or if there's anything you guys can do for us. Oh, goodness.
What was that?
Here. We are okay. I don't want you guys to ever think that we're struggling or we absolutely like cannot survive without outside help from you guys. Anything that any of you have sent us has been more than appreciated.
Yes.
The GoFundMe has been way more appreciated than you guys could ever know. But I don't want you guys to ever feel like we are screwed, you know? What do you argue about in day-to-day life?
Oh, what do we argue about?
I wouldn't say we even argue about anything in specific. We just get snippy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, something will need to be done, or, you know, like, I'll have to do something, or I'll want to take a nap, and, like, I'll get snippy with Lauren.
Or someone says something some way.
Yeah, like, or I'll want to take a nap, and he'll get snippy, or I'll need to do something that, like, doesn't need to be done right away, but should be done soon, and then I'll get snippy. It's just, we bicker. And it's not really about anything specific. It's just sometimes we're like, you know, as life is. I know there's been a shortage of medical supplies, and staff have been very busy lately because of COVID. Has that affected Loren at all?
Not really.
No.
Not yet.
Yeah. For the most part, like, just instead of going in for checkups, like, we'll have telehealth stuff with his doctors and, like, dietitian and stuff, to where we just talk to them on the phone. The only thing that I can say has really affected us about Corona in terms of supplies and stuff is cleaning supplies. Normally we get Lysol wipes through our medical supplier.
Mm-hmm.
But there's such a shortage of them that we haven't been able to get, like, cleaning supplies really. My parents had some extra that they dropped off for us, but that's been the only thing that's really been affected supply wise. Everything else, it's not common stuff that a lot of people in the world need. So for the most part, we aren't worried about supplies. Does Loren have a solid group of guy friends, the boys/bros? And will Loren still be chilling with them after quarantine?
I mean, yeah, they come over. I wouldn't say it's like a full group of bros that get together. But I definitely do have some friends for life that come around.
Yeah, before quarantine, they were coming over all the time. A lot of people have asked about us having biological children, and if they were able to save any of your sperm. Do you want to answer that, or would you rather that be left out?
That was like the only thing that affected me about the accident, was not having any viable sperm left. And we're gonna shoot for whatever way possible to have kids of our own genes.
Yeah. We know it'll be a good about like 5-7 years before we're comfortable enough with our new way of living before we want to have kids. So we're hoping by then there are viable options out there for us to still have biological children of our own. Because, I mean, the medical world is advancing so heavily these days that I definitely hope and foresee us having options in the future. What do your parents feel about your accident, and are they supportive of you and your feelings toward it? I know your girlfriend is your biggest support system, but I was just wondering if she is all you have, or do you have your immediate family as well? Do you want to answer that?
My family loves Sabia and doesn't have a problem with her at all. It's just my mom and my brother. They don't understand why Sabia would stick around with a piece of shit like me, and yeah, I don't know.
He does have immediate family as well. He's got his grandparents and his siblings, and
it's just I don't talk about or to them that much.
There's a lot more. If your question didn't get answered, Comment down below if you guys want a second part of this, if your questions were in there that you really want answered. I just feel like that was a lot. This is already going to be a long video, and I like to keep them within like the 6-8 minute mark, and this is already going to be over that. So if you want us to answer the rest of the questions, just let us know and we'll whip those out in the next day or two. But you guys asked really good questions. But yeah, thanks for all of the comments. Also, big thank you to all of you who reported that fake GoFundMe.
Oh, yeah.
It got taken down. I know I commented about that in the last video, but it did get taken down within 24 hours of us finding out about it. A big thank you to the person who DM'd me on Instagram and let me know about it. Otherwise, it would probably still be up and we would be none the wiser. So I do really want to thank your guys' support for that, because it was a strangely emotional thing to happen to us. But other than that, I hope you guys are satisfied with the answers we gave you.
If you have any more questions, if you want another answering question video, if you
want another day in the life, kind of let us know what you guys would like to see, because we're open for the suggestions right now, because we can't really do much. We don't really know what to give out to you guys. Right. So we will gladly take suggestions. So throw them down there, what you'd like to see us do. And that's pretty much it. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, the usual fun YouTube stuff. And we'll see you guys in our next video.
Stay home and be safe.
Wash your hands, don't touch your face, self-isolate, 6 feet apart at all times if you're out in public. But this sweet boy. I know, sweetie. Oh, I'm sorry, but I gotta get up. I'm sorry. I gotta get up, though. He's not happy. Here, just lay right here.